Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Christian Guanca to review today. A very decent card in certain stats, to be fair. Very usable in certain areas, especially if you're going for some nice Argentinian links, right? But with this card, ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at a card that is 5'10" with high medium work rates, left-footed with 3-star skill moves and the 3-star weak foot. In regards to his base card stats, the only thing that is truly missing on this card is obviously the defensive stats. So this card is not going to be the type of card where I'm going to use him in any of the attacking areas for the cam positions, but I do potentially see him being very, very good in a center mid position playing in a 4-1-2-1-2, which we will be trying out, right? The 5'10" height, as well as a possible physical presence in game, could be a nice thing to have. In regards to the traits that this card has, he has the outside foot shot trait, which could be helpful from time to time, but I mostly see him being used as a left center defensive mid, attacking oriented wise, and as a left center mid in a 4-1-2-2 because of the fact that he is left footed, shooting across goals, shooting near post. Yes, the outside foot shot helps, but I think having the left foot to shoot from specific areas will be more beneficial. In regards to his actual stats, guys, we have 94 acceleration with 93 sprint speed. He has decent, not decent shooting capabilities. He has good shooting capabilities with 93 finishing, 90 shot power with 85 composure. So pretty good in that regard too. Passing stats are quite decent too. You're not really going to notice a significant downfall of the card with 90 short passing and 76 long passing. In regards to dribbling, we'll definitely test that out in game because that with his 5'10" height and depending on what body type he is in game, it'll definitely be influenced a lot as well because reaction's at an 81, but agility is a little bit higher. So definitely going to be an interesting one to try out in game to see how he moves in general. And then he has defensive stats that are a little bit lower. Now, in regards to this card, guys, I think it's very obvious which chemistry style would be the most ideal one to give because of the fact that, you have a lot to work with here because I think because of the defense and dribbling needing to be improved, I think it's very obvious that you may want to slap a Guardian on him because a Guardian would drastically improve his dribbling stats as well as his composure, but it also drastically improves his defensive stats in all the right areas. Now, obviously, it's still going to be at 78 standing tackles, 79 slide tackles, but I do feel like it'll be a significant improvement on the card regardless, right? So the team that we are going to be using this card in is going to be a random team that I put together just to see how he moves in the team. The way that this team is going to be set up in game is going to look like this. We'll go ahead and switch to a nice little 4-1-2-1-2, which I believe is upwards, 4-1-2-1-2, which is the narrow one. And we'll be using Christian Guanca in the left center mid position. We'll go ahead and use Banega over there, Jesus Corona up top with Icardi and Vargas up top like that. In regards to tactics, we'll just use balance. This is a brand new formation, so we'll just go make sure that everything is good here. The only thing that I want for my midfielders to do is just cover center because I want them to offer this attacking presence that I need to see whether or not is good or bad. He does have 93 stamina, which is very helpful as well because of the high medium work rates. I expect him to attack a little bit because he does also have base card stats of 89 attacking positioning. So I feel like he'll have a decent balance, but I do need to test him out with the Guardian chemistry style because without it, the test isn't gonna be worth doing. I wonder if I actually have a Guardian. I'm pretty sure I do because I don't really use it that often in all fairness. So the Guardian would be this one right here. So that's perfect. Dribbling and defense is exactly what we need for the card because he already has pace. You don't have to increase the pace more in all fairness. And he does have decent physical capabilities, just doesn't have aggression, right? So yeah, we are going to line him up in a nice little 4-1-2-2, but we are also going to be lining him up in a nice little 4-2-3-1 narrow formation as our left center defensive mid. So we'll go ahead and put Banega in the cam position, and we'll use the rest as it is. The rest is not too relevant. We just need to position certain cards in certain areas, right? So we'll see how he works off of someone like Acuna in the CDM position with high work rates while he is a high medium. So in regards to instructions, we'll just tell him to cover center, and the tactics will be the same in regards to everything balanced. The rest of the team doesn't really matter. I just want to see how he's going to move in the squad. So let's get into a game, see how he plays with the Guardian chemistry style, and see if he's potentially a beast in game. Okay, guys, so we're going to go ahead and use the 4-1-2-2 first. Let's see what his dribbling is like here. Okay. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. Gameplay's not great right now, so I'm definitely taking that into consideration. It's good enough, I would say. Little play right there, it's pretty nice. Okay, so we'll use the 4-1-2-1-2 and see what's up with this card. Actually did a pretty decent defensive play right there to actually track back, win the interception there. He's not really one of those midfielders in a center mid position that will track the player constantly like Acuna will with those high work rates. So that's obviously going to be like a noticeable thing with the card for sure. But I'm also on cut passing lanes with Acuna too, so it kind of makes a difference in that situation as well. He has this rotation policy with the other midfielders as well. I'm not noticing too much of an attacking presence with the card, to be honest with you. Like, he's not really attacking that much. I am on balanced instructions, but he seems to be, I would say, balanced in regards to the decisions he makes to push up and come back, right? So whenever he does push up, it takes a while for him to get back into position, but when he does, he's like not poorly positioned. It's like a weird situation. Like, he does definitely stick to his position well. Over here, he won't make that run. See, he seems very generic so far. Like, nothing too special about him. Like, certain cards you can kind of tell the way that they move. Like, you see how it's a little bit more stagnant right here, and then he runs. You shouldn't expect like this attacking presence with this card. So what it's kind of telling me so far is that he's going to be a decent attacking oriented player if you use him in a CDM, but not ideal necessarily for the center mid position. Like, he doesn't feel that great there in all fairness. Okay, so we're kind of out of position right here. Let's use the Guardian right here to chase after Conte. Okay, we're not going to be using him in this situation. Let's see what he does here. I mean, he's kind of going back into position there, like not necessarily too much. I'm kind of over using him in the 4-1-2-2. He feels super generic there. So let's go ahead and use him in the 4-2-3-1 with just basic instructions of cover center for the 4-2-3-1. Having the left foot on that left side to make those certain crosses across the goal is pretty nice. Nothing like too special, but again, left-footed on the left side is always a nice thing to have for one of your center defensive mids, for sure. Yeah, his positioning is just very, like, I don't know. It doesn't really feel like he offers much, right? Like, the best part about the card right now is the fact that he's left-footed, so it's like, oh, you know, it's nice to have a left-footed player in the left center defensive position, but I might have to try out, like, cut passing lanes with him or something to see if that fixes the card. Yeah, so far, guys, like, I don't know, man. He doesn't really feel like he's doing much in the team. He feels, like, super generic. Like, it's one of those concept cards for sure. On balanced instructions with his high-medium work rates, he doesn't really feel like he's offering this crazy attacking presence in all fairness. Maybe on stay back while attacking cut passing lanes, he does something a little bit more. Like, he just... I would say the best thing about the card so far is honestly just the fact that he's left-footed. It just doesn't really feel too special in regards to that. We'll try stay back while attacking cover center for these guys as well. We're going to try a little bit more until, like, let's say the 60th minute. And then afterwards, we'll just go all out with the players that I currently have and see if he plays any better. Oh, he doesn't even do anything right there in that situation. Yeah, he doesn't really offer like a defensive presence even with the stat boost because his defensive stats are so low anyways that it doesn't matter what chemistry style you give him, he's just going to perform to his base card stats in general. Ooh, Courtois with the save right there. Oh, these sliding, man. Oh my god, I hate when this game plays like this during the daytime, man. It's so frustrating, dude. That's why I don't play this game consistently on stream. I'll score that goal with Icardi though. Ah, man. I wish this gameplay was consistently good, man. You play at nighttime for some nights at 1 o'clock in the morning and it's just beautiful. And then it's frustrating to make content for this game during the daytime. I just hate when the players start acting this way. Alright guys, so since it's the 62nd minute, we're going to go ahead and I would say like use certain instructions and stuff that I would normally use. I don't know, man. The card feels kind of like generic in my opinion. There's nothing really special about him. He doesn't offer you a defensive presence. He doesn't really do much in the attacking area as well. Like, obviously my gameplay is not great right now, but you can still tell when a player will be able to perform for you no matter what. And obviously when you use a card like Acuna, you can definitely tell a difference. Even Banega on medium work rates in the midfield area definitely feels like he makes a difference as well. Now, obviously, this is all my own experience. I am using the balance instructions, and it doesn't really seem like it's doing it for me right now. Could the gameplay be affecting it? Sure, but I mean, he has to be able to perform whatever you play in, right? So. Oh my god, I'm just holding L trigger and he's just pushing himself forward right there. My goodness gracious, dude. Oh, I can't even do this small little... Like, you can actually just see the restriction of the player just to dribble the ball upwards. Like, he refuses to do it because it's so slow. The animation selections right now are just so disgustingly poor. Oh, thank God. Alright guys, so final verdict on Guanca's card. He just feels really generic in game. Like, he feels usable, obviously, but especially in the midfield area, you want your players to feel more than just usable. I was using him in a 4-1-2-2 in the left center mid position. With the 89 attacking positioning and high medium work rates, I didn't really feel like he was moving that well. Again, it could be a personal preference because I feel like the high work rated players, like someone like a Kimmich or something, really makes a difference in a team when he's playing in that center mid role. And I don't really feel like Guanca was doing that for me, right? And then we also switched him to the CDM area, and because his defensive stats are so low, I didn't really enjoy using him there either. I also tried him out on just the cover center without telling him to stay back while attacking, and he still felt like a very generic card, right? He didn't really feel that special at all. Maybe if he had a 4-star weak foot, it would make the card feel a little better, but it just feels super generic. So from my eyes, I see this card as a 57k 89 team of the season SBC fodder card. I don't really feel like he offers too much in game. Now, obviously, my gameplay was one of the worst that exists in FIFA, but you could still tell if a player is going to perform for you or not. Like, when you use players like an Ndidi team of the season or a Laurent Blanc team of the season in the midfield, or even a Kimmich or even a Moments Banega, like, you could still tell they make a difference in the club. Guanca didn't really feel like he was doing that for me. He just felt like a nuisance, if anything. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I was going to do drafts today to do the Premier League players, but this gameplay is really unplayable during the daytime, and I'm not going to put myself through that stress for unneeded reasons. So yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.